It is hot today. We're gonna start off by just going to Best Buy, and I gotta pick up a tripod because I want to do this right. I don't want to get you guys just like leaning up against a rock. Yeah, we're gonna head to Bed Bath & Beyond and pick up a tripod, and I'll see you at the spot. Okay, so as a reminder, we're gonna be working with the Odyssey Graduate 4.75, Daily Grind Slider in 4.6, the Eclat Venom in 4.8, and the Merit 4.75 is a GFE, the Brandon Beacon signature model. They're all chromoly core, they're all plastic sleeved. Let's see what they can do. Just punch yourself in the face. Ten feebles without rotating the peg. We don't count that one. Okay. That's after 10 grinds with the Eclat Venom. Okay, we'll dismount this one and mount the next one up. Let's try the Underdog next. This is the Daily Grind Slider 4.6. And of course, after the testing's done, I'm going to show the damage from each peg side by side. Okay, that one felt a little bit smoother. Damage here. You know, I'd have to say that it didn't wear down as much as the Eclat. I had like one or two kind of bad grinds in there, but I was going faster this time, so I think that compensated for it. Let's check out another one. I think it's pretty safe to say we should try the Merit next. I really like this tool, by the way. Now I can see this one being a problem. This is their own tool, and it's pretty damn tight. So if you have a slightly off spec socket set, or you damage the core on the side here, I can see this being a big problem fitting a tool in here, so that's worth noting there. Okay, let's go. This one slides the best so far. I'm impressed with that, but I just don't like the tool clearance because I do a lot of peg chinks. So I feel like I would damage this enough to maybe not be able to get a tool in there. So let's try the last peg, and then I'll give you sort of a final verdict here. Now the last peg is an Odyssey Graduate 4.75. Let's switch this beast out. Okay, here we go. So I'm gonna say, right off the bat, these Graduate pegs slide a million times better than the other three. Let's do 9 more here. Count that one as a half. There's 3. Now, we see a similar wear pattern and depth of wear on the Eclat and the Graduate. These are pretty equally worn down. Like this may look like it's thinner, but it's because this is like folding over a little bit. But yeah, a similar wear pattern, similar depth of wear. I would say out of all the pegs, the Graduate wore the quickest, but it was the smoothest, the fastest grinding, and I'd venture to say, with enough effort, I can rotate this while it's mounted. So what's the takeaway from all this? I'm gonna give you the pros and cons that I've experienced in this short amount of time with them. Sorry for the background noise, like I'm at a car wash and there's a highway next to me. The Eclat Venom, in my opinion, performed the worst. I felt like it was dragging more, like it was slowing me down, which might be a good thing if you're more of a stalls kind of person. If you like to do more stalls and you do grinds, I think this would be the best for you. But in terms of actually grinding on concrete, I felt like it was slowing me down. And the fact that if you grind through the core, there's not really much to mount up. Like I wouldn't trust this to mount without the sleeve. It didn't wear less than the others. It just felt like it was slowing me down, and it wore about the same. Okay, this is more or less the underdog. I can't get the sleeve off by hand. That's my biggest complaint about it. I like the surface area. I like that I could be able to run this without the sleeve if I had to. It is also the largest, so you know all your tools will easily fit in here no matter how much you damage this thing. So that's cool. But it is also the largest diameter, so out of all of them, and if you don't want your bike to look like, you know, you have like Gumby pegs on, like just oversized, awkward looking, this probably wouldn't be for you, like in terms of the looks department. It's also the shortest out of these three, but overall it's pretty solid. I would recommend this peg. Out of these, I would say it slid second to last in terms of how well it slid, but I immediately noticed it slid better than the Eclat Venom. Next is we did the Merit. This one, if you remember, I immediately felt that it slid better. My biggest complaint is the tool clearance. You could run it naked if you wanted to, but again, I don't really recommend it with any of these. And it also has the steel washer built into the sleeve, so you're able to grip your dropouts a little bit more solidly. I like this peg, but I don't know if I'm gonna buy more sleeves for it. And I also don't like that it's only available in gray, but it's a cool peg. The Odyssey Graduate is probably the weakest out of these. I don't think it's heat treated. I don't know if it's heat treated. It doesn't say. And usually Odyssey, G Sport Sunday, all that stuff, they're usually pretty clear if they've heat treated something or not, because that's kind of their main selling points for a lot of their products. So I don't think it's heat treated, and it's 4130 as opposed to 4140, so it's a bit softer. But out of all these, I think I would trust this the most to run naked. It's got a lot of surface area right there, and yeah. So if you went through the sleeves and you didn't feel like, you know, paying for another one, I think you could just run this as a chromoly peg and be fine. I haven't tested it out. In terms of the slidability or grindability, this definitely slid the fastest. I was able to do my furthest grind on this concrete. It probably wore the most, or close to the most, out of all these pegs. I would say it wore the most, just visually. It's also easiest to rotate while it's mounted on the bike. So if you don't have any tools with you, you can rotate it every 10 or so grinds and make it towards even, and you get the most use out of it before it goes through the sleeve. I don't like mentally the fact that it's not at least advertised as heat treated, and it's probably I'd say the most generic out of all these. Like the Eclat Venom is just, it looks like a high-tech peg and it feels like a high-tech peg, but it kind of feels limited. I would say this peg is more in line with the slider peg in terms of how much technology is behind it. It's pretty much just a sleeve. There's nothing special about it. The only reason I would choose this over the daily grinder, though, is because I can remove the sleeve easier and I can rotate it. Like, I can't rotate this thing when it's mounted. It's like on there. So I guess if that's what you want, this would be the clear winner over these two. But I like to be able to maintain my bike as easy as possible. I'd say probably the highest tech peg be the Eclat Venom or the Merit. The Merit, I think, has some downfalls. It is easy to change the cores, and it's pretty cool looking. And if you want your peg to stay solid in the dropout, this is probably the clear choice. I mean, the Eclat Venom is just pretty much all plastic in terms of its contact point with your dropouts. Like, I don't know if I like that at all. So out of these, I would say first, second, third, and fourth. Let me know if you agree with me. If you don't, that's fine. But have a good day. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in a future video. So yeah, so if you're asked to leave, and this has nothing to do with the video, just leave.